Yea, and behold, if he could not been a prophet, he could not have testified concerning those things. And it came to pass that those people who sought to destroy Nephi were compelled because of their fear, that they did not lay their hands on him. Therefore he began again to speak unto them, seeing that he had gained favor in the eyes of some, insomuch that the remainder of them did fear. Therefore he was constrained to speak more unto them, saying, Behold, my brethren, have you not read that God gave power unto one man, even Moses, to smite upon the waters of the Red Sea? And they parted hither and thither, insomuch that the Israelites, who were our fathers, came through upon dry ground, and the waters closed upon the armies of the Egyptians and swallowed them up. And now, behold, if God gave unto this man such power, then why should you dispute among yourselves, and say that he hath given unto me no power whereby I may know concerning the judgments that shall come upon you, except ye repent? But behold, ye not only deny my words, but ye also deny all the words which have been spoken by our fathers, and also the words which were spoken by this man, Moses, who had such great power given unto him, yea, the words which he hath spoken concerning the coming of the Messiah. Yea, did he not bear record that the Son of God should come? And as he lifted up the brazen serpent in the wilderness, even so shall he be lifted up who should come. And as many as should look upon that serpent should live, even so as many as should look upon the Son of God with faith, having a contrite spirit, might live even unto that life which is eternal. Now behold, Moses did not only testify of these things, but also all the holy prophets, from his days even to the days of Abraham. And behold, Abraham saw of his coming, and was filled with gladness, and did rejoice. Yea, behold, I say unto you that Abraham not only knew of these things, but there were many before the days of Abraham who were called by the order of God, yea, even after the order of his Son, and this that it should be shown unto the people a great many thousand years before his coming, that even redemption should come unto them. And I would that ye should know that even since the days of Abraham there have been many prophets that have testified these things. Yea, behold, the prophet Zenos did testify boldly, for the which he was slain. And behold, also Zenoch and Isaias, and also Isaiah and Jeremiah being that same prophet who testified of the destruction of Jerusalem. And we know that Jerusalem was destroyed according to the words of Jeremiah. Well then, why not the Son of God come, according to his prophecy? And now will you dispute that Jerusalem was destroyed? Will you say that the sons of Zedekiah were not slain, all except it were Mulek? Yea, and do you not behold that the seed of Zedekiah are with us, and they were driven out of the land of Jerusalem? But behold, this is not all. Our father Lehi was driven out of Jerusalem because he testified of these things. Nephi also testified of these things. And also almost all of our fathers, even down to this time, yea, they have testified of the coming of Christ, and have looked forward, and have rejoiced in his day which is to come. Behold, he is God, and he is with them. He hath manifested himself unto them, and they are redeemed by him, and they gave unto him glory because of that which is to come. And now, seeing that ye know these things, and cannot deny them except ye shall lie, therefore in this ye have sinned, for ye have rejected all these things, notwithstanding so many evidences which ye have received, yea, even ye have received all things, both in heaven and all things which are in the earth, as a witness that they are true. But behold, ye have rejected the truth, and rebelled against your holy God. Even at this time, instead of laying up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where nothing doth corrupt, and where nothing can come which is unclean, ye are heaping up for yourselves wrath against the day of judgment. Yea, even at this time ye are ripening, because your murders and your fornication and wickedness and everlasting destruction, yea, except ye repent, it will come unto you soon. Yea, behold, it is now even at your doors. Yea, go ye in unto the judgment seat, and search. And behold, your judge is murdered, and he lieth in his blood, and he hath been murdered by his brother, who seeketh to sit in the judgment seat. And behold, they both belong to your secret band, whose author is Gideon, the evil one, who seeketh to destroy the souls of all men. Chapter 9. Messengers find the chief judge dead at the judgment seat. They are imprisoned and later released. By inspiration, Nephi identifies Santam as the murderer. Nephi is accepted by some as a prophet, about 23 to 21 BC. Behold, it came to pass that when Nephi had spoken these words, certain men who were among them ran to the judgment seat. Yea, even there were 5 who went, and they said among themselves as they went, Behold, Now we know of a surety whether this man be a prophet, and God hath commanded him to prophesy such marvelous things unto us. Behold, we do not believe that he hath, yea, we do not believe that he is a prophet. Nevertheless, if this thing which he has said concerning the chief judge be true, that he be dead, then will we believe that the other words which he has spoken are true. And it came to pass that they ran in their might, and came in unto the judgment seat, and behold, the chief judge had fallen to the earth, and did lie in his blood. And now behold, when they saw this, they were astonished exceedingly, insomuch that they fell to the earth, for they had not believed the words which Nephi had spoken concerning the chief judge. But now, when they saw, they believed, and fear came upon them, lest all the judgments which Nephi had spoken should come upon the people. Therefore they did quake, and had fallen to the earth. And now immediately, when the judge had been murdered, he being stabbed by his brother by a garb of secrecy, and he fled. And the servants ran and told the people, raising the cry of murder among them. And behold, the people did gather themselves together unto the place of the judgment seat. And behold, to their astonishment, they saw those 5 men who had fallen to the earth. And now behold, the people knew nothing concerning the multitude had gathered themselves together at the garden of Nephi. Therefore they said among themselves, These men are they who have murdered the judge, and God has smitten them that they could not flee from us. And it came to pass that they laid hold on them, and bound them, and cast them into prison. And there was a proclamation sent abroad that the judge was slain, and that the murderers had been taken and were cast into prison. And it came to pass that on the morrow the people did assemble themselves together to mourn and to fast at the burial of the great chief judge who had been slain. And thus also those judges who were in the garden of Nephi and heard his words were also gathered together at the burial. And it came to pass that they inquired among the people, saying, Where are the 5 who were sent to inquire concerning the chief judge whether he was dead? And they answered and said, Concerning this 5 whom ye have sent, we know not. But there are 5 who are the murderers, whom we have cast into prison. And it came to pass that the judges desired that they should be brought. And they were brought, and behold, they were the 5 who were sent. And behold, the judges inquired of them to know concerning the matter. And they told them all that they had done, saying, We ran and came to the place of the judgment seat, when we saw all things, even as Nephi had testified. And we were astonished, insomuch that we fell to the earth. And when we recovered from their astonishment, behold, they cast us into prison. Now as for the murder of this man, we know not who has done it. Only this much we know. We ran and came according as he desired, and behold, he was dead, according to the words of Nephi. And it came to pass that the judges did expound the matter unto the people, and did cry out against Nephi, saying, Behold, we know that this Nephi must have agreed with someone to slay the judge. And then he might declare it unto us, that he might convert us unto his faith, that he might raise himself to be a great man, chosen of God, and a prophet. And now, behold, we will detect this man, and he shall confess his fault, and make known unto us the true murderer of this judge. And it came to pass that the 5 were liberated on the day of the burial. Nevertheless, they did rebuke the judges in the words which they had spoken against Nephi, and he contend with them one by one, insomuch that they did confound them. Nevertheless, they caused that Nephi should be taken and bound, and be brought before the multitude. And they began to question him in divers ways that they might cross him, that they might accuse him to death, saying unto him, Thou art confederate. Who is this man that thou hast done the murder? That hast done this murder? Now tell us, and acknowledge thy fault, saying, Behold, here is money, and also we will grant unto thee thy life, if thou wilt tell us, and acknowledge the agreement which thou hast made with him. But Nephi said to them, O ye fools, ye uncircumcised of heart, ye blind and ye stiff-necked people, do ye know how long the Lord your God will suffer, that ye shall go on in this your way of sin? Ye ought to begin to howl and mourn because of the great destruction which at this time doth await you, except ye shall repent. Behold, ye say that I have agreed with the man, that he should murder Caesarum, our chief judge. But behold, I say unto you, that this is because I have testified unto you, that ye might know concerning this thing. Yea, even for a witness unto you, I did know of the wickedness and abominations which are among you. And because I have done this, and ye say that I have agreed with the man, and that he should do this thing, yea, because I showed unto you this sign, ye are angry with me, and seek to destroy my life. And now, behold, I will show unto you another sign, and see if you will in this thing seek to destroy me. Behold, I say unto you, Go to the house of Seanton, who is the brother of Caesarum, and say unto him, Has Nephi, the pretended prophet, who doth prophesy so much evil concerning this people, agreed with thee, in the which ye have murdered Caesarum, who is your brother? And behold, he shall say unto you, Nay. And ye shall say unto him, Have ye murdered your brother? And ye shall stand with fear, and wist not what to say. And behold, he shall deny you, and ye shall make as if he were astonished. Nevertheless, he shall declare unto you that he is innocent. But behold, ye shall examine him, you shall find blood upon the skirts of his cloak. And when you have seen this, ye shall say, For whence cometh this blood? Do we not know that it is the blood of your brother? Then he shall tremble, and shall look pale, even as death had come upon him. And then shall ye say, Because of this fear, and this paleness which has come upon your face, behold, we know that thou art guilty. And then shall greater fear come upon him, and then he shall confess unto you, and deny no more that he has done this murder.